Hey everybody, I'm Marcel from Tyger Auto, and today we're going to show you guys how we're customizing this Jeep Wrangler JK model with our slim fender flares. These 4.5-inch flares feature our patented shark gill design and feature a much tighter profile for more off-roading activities. Before we start, please go over the installation manual and make sure that all the parts are accounted for. Also, some drilling will be required, so make sure that you have a drill motor and a 7/16 drill bit on hand. Once you have everything ready, let's get started. Beginning on the passenger side factory front fender, unplug the fender light and release the clips holding the harness to the fender. Then remove the factory bolts from underneath. If you've also purchased aftermarket interliners, you can reuse these bolts for them. Note that the factory fender flare is held on by multiple clips along the body. Once all the bolts have been removed, carefully pull up on the fender and remove the trim clips. Now take the Tyger passenger side front fender flare and put it up against the mounting area to figure out the 6 holes that will be used. Mark down any hole locations that don't line up with the body, which will require drilling. But first, go ahead and install the hardware to the already available hole locations without fully tightening the hardware. After that, proceed to use a 7/16 drill bit to drill out the marked holes. Note that the bottom location requires you to drill through 2 sheets of metal, and we will be using a cylinder sleeve to create a channel between the 2 layers for that hardware. Once that is complete, install the rest of the hardware to the remaining drilled holes. Moving on to the factory rear fender, which actually doesn't use any bolts to hold it in place. It only uses a few clips, so go ahead and remove it from the inner fender well. Then carefully pull the fender up and out of the trim clips. Remove any of the remaining clips along the mounting holes. Now take the Tyger rear passenger fender flare, hold it up against the mounting holes, and identify the 7 correct mounting holes. We will need to drill out the holes with a 7/16 drill bit, but before we continue, please listen carefully. Only drill through the outer sheet metal to enlarge the holes for the threaded inserts. Do not drill completely through the body. Next, take a thread insert and the insert tool. Screw the insert into the threaded end of the insert tool. Then grip the tool and push the insert into one of the 7 drilled holes. The insert should fit snug into the drilled holes. If needed, tap the insert tool with a small hammer. After that, while still gripping the insert tool, turn the hex bolt clockwise to expand the insert. Once the insert is fully compressed and expanded, remove the tool from the insert. Keep in mind that it is important not to over-tighten the insert or else you may damage it. After you're finished, install the insert tool the same way for the 6 remaining drilled holes. Now take the fender flare and attach it to the vehicle with the correct hardware into the 7 threaded inserts. Finally, finish off the installation by installing the 2 screws to each end of the flare and repeat the same step for the other side of the vehicle.